Rob.
I don't have to explain it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome. And today is going to be awesome. I'm really excited about today. I've got two awesome guests, and we're going to talk about some high level stuff. So, we're going to be revealing some of the hottest new features that are in high level, and Shaun's going to tell us all about those. Plus, I'm going to be asking you a bunch of questions, Shaun, so get ready.
Good. That's how I like to be.
Yeah. So, first of all, we've got Shaun Clark, and a lot of y'all probably know him already. He's the co-founder of HighLevel. And then we've got Rob Bailey, who is a special or mystery guest. He is the #1 top affiliate earner of all time for HighLevel. He just got the award at the summit. So congratulations on that. We're going to actually show you the prize that he got for winning that. So thank y'all so much for joining me. Really, honestly, I would not be anywhere close to where I am right now without both of y'all. And I honestly mean that. You know, I was going to tell the story of, because I was at the very first event when y'all launched.
That's what's so cool about it.
And I've told the story before. So I think it was 2000, and I've known Rob since 2013 maybe.
Yeah.
And so I got fired from my job. I was the director of digital marketing for a PR firm. And I used to listen to Rick Mulready's podcast all the time. And Rob was on there. I was like, what the hell's going on? What's Rob doing on there? I mean, not that it was just a surprise. So, because I hadn't talked to him in a couple of years, and he was doing this new thing. He launched a new Facebook ads business and was crushing it. So I reached out to him. I was like, hey, dude, what are you doing? I just got fired from my job. I need some help. And he was like, yeah, man. And he hooked me up with his program, and I just listened to him, just studied everything he did, just took his instructions, and it worked. And he invited me to the San Diego event, and that's where I met Shaun, and that was where you guys launched. And ever since, you know, HighLevel has been a huge part of my business and the opportunities that I've been able to meet people and work with some big names in the industry. So yeah, thanks both of y'all. And I really appreciate y'all being on here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
I also wanted to ask, how did you guys end up meeting? Because I know, you know, that's kind of the origin story of HighLevel. So I'm interested to hear that first of all.
I don't know, Rob, how'd that happen? You want to tell the story?
Sure. So, I mean, the short story is that Robin, Shaun's co-founder, and I were in some of the same education programs for agency owners. The biggest one being, you know, Billy Jean's. When Billy Jean launched his agency training program, there was like a solid group of us that all went through it at the same time. Oh, sorry about that. Let me turn that off. And Robin and I were both sort of in that group. And you know, Robin was playing his own game, had an agency, but was like figuring out how to grow it, figuring out how to, you know, add Facebook ads to his offering, etc. And at the time, I was Billy's coaching program had helped me to grow this fitness agency. We have like 525 fitness locations, and I had actually tried to start my own software twice before that. I'd used a white label partner one time and tried to do it on my own another time. Lost a bunch of money on both. And the reason why I was trying to do that was because at the time my Scipio bill was like $44,000 a month.
Holy shit.
And if you guys don't know, Scipio is like a two-way text messaging platform. All it does is text messaging.
Yeah.
At the time, I don't even know what they're doing now, but at the time it had no agency features, which means across a couple hundred locations, my employees were being asked by me to log into the account to check the messages. So log in, log out, log in, log out. Like, how ridiculous does that sound now? Crazy. And they had no agency plan. They had a tiny referral program, which we were part of, but nowhere near the benefit that it took to run that whole thing. So $44,000 a month. So I'm like, I can add $500,000 to my bottom line, at least, if I found out like a better solution for this. And at the time, there was no solution just for that one thing that was better, right? So Robin said, hey, I've got this new software partner named Shaun, and I don't even think he mentioned Varun at the time. He said, but will you beta test our platform? I'm like, I only care about one thing. I'll only beta test it if there's one thing. And he's like, what's that? I'm like, does it have two-way conversation, like two-way text conversation? He's like, yeah. I'm like, awesome. But, and I thought I was going to get the gotcha moment. Does it have an agency dashboard? He's like, yeah, we already have that. I was like, but is it less than $44,000 a month? And he was like, yeah, it's like $300. So I was like, what? Like, you need to be charging more. Do you understand that there's people out there bigger than me, like way bigger than me, that are paying this? Like, you need to raise your prices, man. And he's like, well, we're still just like figuring things out and building features, and we really want to see what the market wants. I'm like, oh my God, no. Come to my workshop. You guys, I'll test it. But if it does what you says it does, I'll sell the whole room out. Then, you guys came, Ron, you, and like, I think it was like 15 others. It was pretty small. 15 agency owners in the room. Shaun and Robin came up there, fumbled through it for an hour. Like, if you guys have ever seen, not fumbled, blazed through it is probably a better way to say it. When you see, oh, you're muted, Shaun. But if you've ever seen Shaun speak, like in person,
fumble, I was going to say fumble is more than accurate. I'm happy to call it fumble.
There's no quit. It just goes. There's no chill, zero chill. So at the end of the hour, I go, so like, how many of you guys would like, keep in mind, guys, I am paying or was paying, this could be a 44 grand a month. This is doing it, and it's doing it better for $300 a month. How many of you guys want this? Everybody in the room raised their hand. And some of them were like, yeah. And Shaun and Robin were like, well, we're going to have to get back to you because we don't have a payment link set up yet. And I was like, oh my God, please tell me you're going to have a payment link soon. Because like everybody wants to give you money. Come on, man. So anyway, that was the start of selling HighLevel to agencies, was literally in that tiny room, right? Mm-hmm. And just to loop this back to the beginning, Ron, because I think you'll appreciate this, but at traffic and conversion, I missed this latest traffic and conversion, but Shaun and Robin, this is just to tell you the kind of people they are, which I think is very important. Mm-hmm. They text me from the event. I'm at home, they're at the event, and they say, hey, this is really cool. This is the room that this all started with that group of agency owners, that small group of agency owners. And we just so happened to have dinner here for our team one night. And so they took a picture and sent it to me. And to me, that means a lot more than the success and all the stuff you guys are about to talk about. And it's amazing stuff. Yeah. But to me, the people that are, running this company, that are on the team for this company, that are affiliates for this company, that are SaaS subscribers to this company, that are customers for this company, that are in the Facebook group for this company, you guys have built something different, Shaun, something way better than anything else out there. And I think at the core of it, it's the people. And so that's my flag that I'm planting that on, and I'll be quiet now.
Absolutely. And that was like, it's been fun to watch the whole journey, because I think when I first got on there, it was like, because I think y'all started like as a review. So
it was reputation management and two-way texting. That was like,
and it's just like amazing everything that's in there now, and just the the brand y'all built and everything like that. And Rob, I know you got to run, but I wanted everybody to see what Rob got for his. Oh
yeah, look at that.
There we go.
So look, guys, I'm not like, I'm a dad. I got 3 kids. I pretty much like to stay to myself. I don't really like things. I'm not a person. I love experiences. I love being in the ocean, going and doing fun stuff. So when everyone was dropping like Lambos, like during the ClickFunnels days, I was kind of like, puke. And then Shaun came out with the affiliate program winners for a certain contest to win like an electric car, which I thought was a very cool idea. Mm-hmm. So people start posting their Porsches and their Teslas and stuff. And I was like, I made a video about this, but I was like, I won the HighLevel affiliate program, and all I got was this stupid golf cart. But the story behind it is we just didn't need a new vehicle at the time. So I would love to have bought an electric vehicle, but we just bought brand new vehicles. But what HighLevel has done for me and my family is the income that little house behind it is more expensive than the house.
Oh, hold on. I'll show that too. 1 second.
Yeah. So that's our beach house down in Florida. And we drive from our house down to Florida anytime we want to get out of town. It's like a half mile from the beach, but it's in this great beach community. It's got a beach club for our kids. It's got pristine, like world-class beaches down there. The sand looks like sugar. The water's super clear. And that's our like our happy place as a family, right? So I'm teaching my kids to, dive and snorkel and go on paddle boards, all kinds of fun stuff, right? Sorry, I've been a little sick, but there's no way we would have been able to afford that or even justify it if we hadn't been in the HighLevel affiliate program or been involved with HighLevel in any way, shape, or form, right? So you guys have given so much to me and my family, and that was kind of the point of it. It was a little bit like, hey, I don't need a new car. I got a golf cart instead. But it came with this really rad house, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit like tongue in cheek. But guys, there's people that started way later than I did, way later than Ron even did.
Mm-hmm.
We're having insane amounts of success with HighLevel, and there's no one way to do it. That's the beautiful thing. Pretty much any way you want to slice it, you can make money with this tool. You can make money as an affiliate, as an agency, or you can make it money as a SaaSpreneur, right?
And I sell snapshots too.
Or sell snapshots.
Yep.
You can sell whatever the heck you want. Whatever it does, you can sell, right? And I know people that are doing way better than me who started way later than me. So the point is not for you to say, oh, I have to do it just like Ron or Rob or take up Shaun on every feature he's about to show you. The point is to, and this is my part where I'm being an advocate or an ambassador of your brand, Shaun, is to play your own game and figure out what works best for you, but use this tool to do it because it's so powerful. You actually have to reduce the amount of options down and then stick with that and focus. That's literally how good it is, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like my little rant, but I chose one way and that's worked out really well for me. And I've shared this. And that's why Ron wanted me to hop on real fast with you guys, just to show you what's possible, I think. And the point is that I'm not special. I'm basically a caveman. I just do the same thing over and over again every day. But there's people who have innovated and made it their own and done it their own way. And they're doing much better than I have in a much shorter period of time. So that could be you. You can make a tiny bit of money on the side, put a little bit of effort into it, make a little bit of money, or you can put a lot of effort in and make a lot of money. It's up to you, right? You can do anything you want with this thing. It's freaking amazing. It's the best thing since sliced bread. So that's my rant.
Well, cool, man. Well, thank you for stopping by. It's awesome for you to do that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate that.
And if Ron, if you need anything from me or your folks need anything from me,
yeah,
happy to help.
I'm going to be interviewing you at some point.
Happy to, dude. So. Yeah, bro.
All right, man. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Later, guys.
Bye, Rob. Bye,
See you, buddy.
What's up, man? So I got some questions for you before we jump into the
Fire away.
So I took a poll and in my group to see where everybody, I just wanted to kind of see who was on agency mode and who was on SaaS mode.
Yeah.
And 45% are still on agency mode. 30%.
Oh man, we got to change that.
Yeah. So I wanted to get your take on why people should upgrade, what you see as far as the future of like agency versus SaaS and that kind of thing, if you don't mind answering that.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, I would tell you that if you're not moving to SaaSpreneur, you're doing the wrong thing because models matter more than anything else. So, you can take any good or any service and you can find an example where somebody makes it one-off and custom, or you can see where somebody makes it at scale. And it's true that there's a business to be made in both, but I would say in almost every custom circumstance, the reality is you're serving the top 1% of that market. I'm sure that someone has a custom car made for them every year from the ground up. They hire the engineers, they hire the designers, they hire all of the component people. They have a custom car made every year, but it's $1 million, $2 million, $5 million operation. It's a 1% concept. And the number of those people is always going to be a minuscule percentage of our world, right? And and on the other, and as you go down the line, you realize that it becomes a volume game, it becomes a predictability game, it becomes, can I print out the same thing with a couple of customizations or tweaks to it? And I think that if you think about models in business, ones that scale are ones that are repeatable by nature. And so the traditional agency model is way closer to the custom build car concept. And what's the worst about it is it's always tried to be applied to the small business. Like, hey, small business owner who can't afford the thing that I'm selling them, let me paint you this big picture and this amazing dream of a perfect custom car for you. And now let's go ahead and let's start to build it for you and charge you for it. And then you're going to quickly realize that that's actually too expensive for you. And before we ever get done with the thing, you're going to abandon ship and you're going to hate me. And you're going to fire me, by the way. And you're going to tell all your friends that they shouldn't hire me and you had a bad experience, even though I never did anything wrong, except, quite frankly, I let you lie to yourself. I let you go down a road with a business model that, because I'm kind of lying to myself. I'm saying, one-off websites and SEO campaigns and PPC campaigns and everything else, this is a scalable thing, right? And maybe I'm lying to myself because I watched a video on the internet that said that this was a thing to do. I don't know. But what I will say is, the reality is, if you want to make money, you need a predictable, scalable model. And it's not to say that you won't do ad campaigns or websites here and there, or maybe that's part of your offering. But the reality is, you better underpin it with something that day in and day out operates like a machine. Otherwise, you're not going to be profitable. You're not going to scale. And that's what SaaS mode is all about.
And the predictability comes with like the churn rate. Like with an agency, it's like you can't really.
It's not just the churn, but it's also the income, right? So if you want to buy a bit, let's just say you're an investor and you want to buy something tomorrow. You want to buy an investment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to buy one where you go in and you're like, what happens? You're like, well, what happens is I go out and I find people and I say I'm going to do a custom service and I start from scratch each time and I kind of sort of bring things I've learned in the past and then they don't, sometimes they stick around and sometimes they don't. It's like, oh my God, that sounds terrible. It sounds like a freaking job. No, that's not an investment. That's horrifying, right? You want something where it's like, well, actually what happens is I take this thing off the shelf and, I might turn the red to blue, but then I plug it in and then they pay me for it every month.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to do anything. And what happens if you go on vacation for a week? Did you, like, all your customers cancel? Oh no,
Right.
they just keep paying, actually.
Yeah.
And actually, as I've gotten better, they can sign up for it on the internet and they can just automatically onboard themselves. And, I have an onboarding team that helps them and blah, 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 blah. But the reality is the line for the revenue goes like this versus agency revenue kind of goes.
And like, the overhead is way more expensive.
Yeah. Right. And you're like, and then that's the other thing. What happens when you scale? Because in good businesses, I'll tell you what happens when you scale. Cost per unit goes down. But the reason why there aren't big agencies, or very few of them, is there's no economics of scale whatsoever.
Right.
If you have 500 employees at a marketing agency, you don't save much money. You just have a really big team, and as you continue to get bigger, you just need more and more and more, and that equation never changes. That model is broken.
Yeah,
you need
I agree.
model. And that's what being a SaaSpreneur is all about. It's about taking technology-enabled services and products and putting them in the hands of your customers. And it doesn't mean stop doing what you're doing or radically change it. It's a transitionary sort of thing. But at the end of the day, even for the things you're currently doing, like websites, I got to tell you, clients don't need custom websites. There are very few. Again, 1%. Absolutely. That 1%. If that's your game, if you're targeting the 1%, go custom till the cows come home. But the 99%, they don't need a custom website. They need a website that looks good, that you can go in, you can tweak it, and then boom, they have a good looking website. Who cares that it's the same website as 100 or 1,000 other people?
Right.
Go look at patientpop.com right now. In fact, go to builtwith.com, type in Patient Pop. And if you don't know Built With, it's a great tool. It'll show you all the technologies across the web that have been deployed by different providers. Search Patient Pop. Go look at all their websites. They're all almost identical.
Yeah.
And yet you're talking about a company that is in the tens of millions in revenue and was just acquired by Coreo, selling websites to doctors that all look the same, by the way, except no one cares, particularly the customer.
Yeah, it's all about the marketing.
Scalable businesses. And monthly charge, $600 a month.
So I'm getting a bunch of questions that define SaaS, but it's basically just software, right? So software.
SaaS by definition is software as a service. Hey, do any of you guys pay for software on a monthly basis? Hot diggity dog, that's SaaS. Congratulations.
Right. So
you know what SaaS is.
Last question before we jump into the features. So you've grown a huge software business. You're promoting, you're getting people on SaaS. What is your advice about if people are going into SaaS? Like, would you recommend niching down? Do you like more the generic?
No. Look, dude, walk out your front door, sell to people in your local community. I have talked to thousands and thousands, probably tens of thousands of agencies now. And it is absolutely obvious, stupidly obvious. If you are not a big name agency. So again, there are caveats. There are always examples. Like go look at a guy like Josh Nelson from Plumber SEO. That guy is national because he sells to the top 5 or 10% of plumbers nationwide and HVAC people, right? That's not most of us. Right? Most of us don't have the 100 largest plumbing and HVAC customers on our roster today. So we all have to start someplace else. My advice is walk out your front door. Personal story. I know a guy who lives one town up from me who started with HighLevel. I got on a Zoom call with him and I said, hey, who are you? What are you doing? Et cetera. He said, oh, I'm a pastor. So I really want to niche down on pastors and all this stuff and I've helped them, yada, yada, yada. He knows all about that. I said, great. Sounds good. Year goes by. How are things going? Terrible, horrible. I'm just not making it. I'm struggling. Yeah. I'm like, oh, shoot. I said, you should probably focus on SaaS. And then some time went by later and I found out he ended up hooking up with a guy and becoming a franchise. And I won't say to who. And then I saw him recently at our event. I said, how are things going? He's like, oh, it's amazing. My whole life has turned around. My agency's on fire. I said, wow, that's great. What the heck are you doing so different? Where are you getting your leads? He said, I'm getting them at the Chamber of Commerce. He went local. It's so stinking easy. And here's the thing. I see this time after time after time. Local agencies I talk to, I say, oh, I bet you have a high churn rate. They're like, nope, I haven't lost a... You know what? Actually, I did have a guy quit the other day. I actually think he died. But we never lose a customer.
Wow.
Right? And why is this? Why is this? Because here's the problem. As human beings, we think we're solving a logical equation. We think 1 + 1 = 2, but that's not who we're selling to. We're selling to humans. Humans who, by the way, by and large, operate themselves locally, right? The dentist, the med spa, the lawyer, the whatever, they buy local, they operate local, their customers are local, they think local, and they want local. So when a person walks in their door and sells them X, whatever X is, they want to buy from the person local, then the person they'll never see, the person who only gets them on the phone with them, and they have no opportunity to connect with. Local wins every time. So you want to ask my advice? Walk out your front door, go to local Chamber of Commerce, do a free marketing seminar on free ways to market your business in front of 50 local business owners. And at the close of it, they'll all come screaming up to the front and ask for your business card, which hopefully, unlike me, you'll say you have. And they'll want you to do something for them. And what you should do for them is sell them SaaS. And right there at $300 or $400 a month, you have a heck of a business off that event. So that's my advice.
Awesome. So let's get to it. Do you know how to share your screen?
I do.
Okay. So go ahead and share your screen and we'll get into what everybody's here for.
All right. Let's talk about more features. So that is, let me see here. Let me go.
There's Rob's car. But
no, wait. Oh, is that Rob's car? I don't think that's is that my screen? Can you see the blog?
Here we go.
Perfect.
Let me get.
That was your screen.
That was my screen.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Trying to see what the best angle. Here we go. Let's do this.
All right. You got it?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So level update's huge. For those of you who want to know, I am dropping individual videos on YouTube, and I have been doing this for the last 2 weeks. I'm still not even caught up yet of all the new features. So I'm going to try to hit the highlights. Oh, look at this. Somebody came in and put a table. You got a lot to cover when there's a table of contents. So as you can see here, somebody went and put the table of contents. But let's talk through a couple of things thematically here. So on the CRM side, you're going to see a lot of updates to the core system, both in this presentation as well as just throughout the rest of this quarter. But one of the kickoff leadoffs is the company object. This literally just allows you to put companies in there and associate multiple contacts with it. This is really as we drive towards, call it HubSpot functionality or Zoho CRM functionality, sort of more generic CRM functionality, but on the B2B side. So this is a big part of that. You'll also see two-way email sync go live later this quarter. We had a big conversation screen update that makes it nicer, and that's cool.
Yeah, that's wait, before you just zoom through here. The two-way email sync is huge. If anybody's been using HighLevel, I mean, that's been like for our clients, a huge thing. So meaning that you can receive all of your emails to and from in HighLevel and also through
what it really means is that when you send an email out in Gmail or Outlook or receive an email on Gmail or Outlook that belongs to a contact that exists in HighLevel, it will bring that communication stream into HighLevel so you can see one contiguous view all the way through.
Huge. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then TikTok integration. TikTok, if you haven't seen TikTok, it's a big deal. Lots of things happening on TikTok now. So we have integrations with their lead ad product, just like Facebook lead ads. It's kind of an undiscovered country. And, I would have originally said it's just about teenagers, but apparently That's not true. But Joel Kaplan, I saw his presentation at our event, and he was showing off how he was even getting HVAC jobs for an HVAC local HVAC company through TikTok. So
dang, I should have been on that.
I know. Yeah. But the point is it just shows it's big time. So anyways, we integrate with it on the lead ad side. We'll also have it coming in on the social posting side later this quarter. So that's that. Notification stuff, boring. I mean, super useful, but boring from a highlights perspective. Put a video out on it today. Task stuff is cool. You can see all the upcoming things that we're doing. Where it's talking about the two-way email sync. I'm skipping over like 90 or 80% of this because I just want to focus on the things that I think will really bring the biggest impact. Apple Business Chat integration, I think, is huge for us. The two-way, like I said, and there's a bunch of other great stuff in here. You can check it out. Moving on to calendars. The big things that matter for calendars are recurring appointments, which are currently in QA, actually. Adding guests to booking, which is also coming this quarter, and collective scheduling. Collective scheduling is Ron and I are both salespeople. We need to be on the same sales call together. So we send a booking link out to whoever, and when they book, they're booking both of us simultaneously and seeing our availability kind of layered on top of each other, so that basically they're picking a slot where we're both available. That's all out this quarter. Google LSA, really huge. We released this already. Real estate, legal, and home services. Home services is a big category. I'm talking roofers, I'm talking plumbers, I'm talking chimney sweeps, right? All home services. This allows you to basically take the calendar within HighLevel, publish it out to Google, and then when I go to Google and I search HVAC near me, I can actually then book a call with that plumber through Google without ever leaving Google. This is a big part of where Google's going as a business, so very much pay attention. If you're in the local services businesses at all, which you should be, because I just told you to walk out your front door and go to the Chamber of Commerce, you're going to pick up a lot of these folks. This is an easy thing to sell them, right? Hey, would you like to get more bookings right off Google? Here you go. That's how you do it.
And by the way, this is you guys are one of the only people that provide this, correct?
Yes. And so a couple things. One, we are the only person in the entire world that I am aware of that would provide it to you versus provides it to themselves, right? All the other providers aren't going to be allowing you to use this functionality, which, by the way, the business owner cannot set up without you. You have to go through an insane process with Google. It took us 6 months to get this live after the code was written, just to go through all of the processes, both on the legal side with their folks, as well as the testing side, because you got to realize this is actually Google handing data. This is Google, the company, giving HighLevel, the company, actual contact information for a Google user. That's a big deal to them. So they put a lot of hoops there to make sure only very few people get through. But now you as an agency have permission to do it. It's pretty awesome. And it's a great product. And I think lots and lots and lots of people are going to be booking service providers off of Google. And also a couple more items there. Restaurants and healthcare will go live sometime in the first quarter. But if you're not on this product already, or you're not pushing this product to your clients, you got to hustle it up. Consolidating the calendar views. This one, I actually did a video on this today in the YouTube channel. It just makes things easier. Recurring appointments, already mentioned it, but this is just kind of the UI for that. Automation stuff, you can look at this. Goals are the big thing. We simplified the if-else branches. All that's awesome, but that's getting into the weeds, I think. Bunch of new stuff coming out. We are coming out with we're going to call these, what are we going to call these? Premium workflow actions. Google Sheets and Slack and outbound APIs. And we're going to sort of, see how this goes. But our idea here is we looked at the overlay between Zapier Zaps and what people are actually using them for. And our mission is to really eat back against that and try to help you all replace your Zapier.
Yeah, it's getting expensive over there. So
yeah. Really reduce your Zapier usage quite a bit.
Yep.
It costs us money, so we will charge you something, but we will charge you the bare minimum. And as always, we will allow you to mark it up, so you can actually then charge your clients if you want to.
That's cool.
Yeah. SaaS market reports. This is great data, but let me tell you the bottom line: people who have SaaS make more money. So we have access to a truckload of data, right? So we have I think it's almost 17,000 agencies now. You look at 17,000 agencies and it's real simple. If you do SaaS, you make more. If you don't do SaaS, you make less. It's easy. And whether that's and SaaS revenue, remember, is a combination of two main buckets. It's the plan that you're selling every month, and it's the utilization. So the phone calls, the texts, the emails, the Zaps here in a minute, the Yext stuff, whatever it is, all of those little items, they add up significantly to that bill for every single person that uses SaaS. And so all of a sudden, that's another $50, $100, $200 a month that you're adding per client, in addition to the amount you're charging them for the actual platform. And if they try to go compare that, let's say on the calls or the texting side, to other providers out in the woods, guess what? You're still cheaper. So you're actually charging the money, making money, and charging them less than they would pay anywhere else. It's a smoking deal.
Yep.
A bunch of enhancements here for rebilling and dunning and disabling SaaS and all of that. You can go check it out. Coupons on SaaS specifically, a bunch of stuff that's coming soon. Oh, so the stuff that's coming soon that's cool on SaaS is unlimited SaaS plans. So as many different plans as you want. So that's really useful to a lot of people, and also multiple brands. So anybody who wants to have LawyerSoft and PlumberSoft and whatever soft, you can have multiple brands inside the same HighLevel account. So this will make your life a lot easier when it comes to managing multiple brands, if that's something you're interested in doing or doing already.
Yeah, I love that. That's really cool.
Let's see. Okay, Lead Connector phone system. I would say this is like one of the big announcements for us. So we basically took Twilio, and we also did this on Lead Connector email, and you'll see that in a second. But basically took Twilio, we brought it in-house, we put a wrapper around it, and we did a bunch of stuff. So we improved the billing, we put a bunch of safety checks in there, so like people can't like come into the system day one, send out 30,000 text messages, cost you a lot of money, and then ghost you. So there's a lot of protections around that. The ability, obviously, to rebill it is there still.
Just so everybody knows, like, I don't know if everybody's super familiar with HighLevel and SaaS, but HighLevel gives you the ability to, send text and email, but also upcharge your clients on top of what you're charged for sending that out.
Exactly. That's 100% the idea here. So let's see, a bunch of other cool stuff. You can check it out. Let me see if there's anything interesting there. Nope. So same thing on the email side. We took Mailgun, we got rid of it. We wrapped around it. Basically, we're handling deliverability. We're handling registration. We're handling spam reporting. We're handling compliance. So we're handling all of that stuff. Features still coming are the custom domain stuff. You can still set the from address to whatever you want, but this is the via domain because say this is like more technicality than you want to hear, but you can customize the via domain. So like if you go and you look at a product like a MailChimp, if you look in your inbox today, you search MailChimp, you get a bunch of email that's not from them. And it's because if you click into one of those, it'll say like from Bob Smith via MailChimpApp.net.
Right.
We're going to let you customize that if you want to be whatever you want. So that'll be out by the end of this quarter. And subscribe stuff, a bunch of statistics that we put in, which are amazing. Again, the daily sending limits are enforced by default, but you can actually change the ramp periods and all of that to customize it because you might have good accounts coming in that you want to sort of give higher limits to. Dedicated IP addresses. So this will allow you to basically streamline the deliverability scoring down to just your IP. So you'll be able to buy them, but also upcharge for them. And again, it's another product you can sell to your clients.
And you can track whether each of your different emails is being delivered or not. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, it's just so that by default you're on a shared IP address, and this is how everybody works: MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, whatever. And if you want to, and so some of the reputation you're going to get is going to come from that IP.
Right.
And if you want to just pull that away, and again, this is like the 10%, not the 90%. But like if you're really trying to get that absolute last squeeze out of your deliverability, having a dedicated IP can help. We also throw in warm-up services automatically as part of the IP and all of that. So it takes it's not instantaneous. It takes like a couple days, I think, because they actually have to what they do is they send a bunch of essentially fake email out through the IP address, and they get it to a point where Gmail knows it, Outlook knows it, all the major email platforms know that IP address. So then by the time they hand it over to you, it's ready to go. It's totally warmed up, and you're going to see maximum deliverability.
That's awesome. Wow.
Memberships. We did a ton here. Membership utilization is huge. If you don't have a membership, you're not running memberships, you're missing out. There's a lot here. We have 168 countries worth, 35 million in annual creator revenue coming in, 30,000 active course creators. It's off the charts.
Just to be clear on memberships, it's basically selling courses
or having a course. Yourself. And it's a great way for lead generation as an agency. If you ever you want to run a Facebook ad for your agency, the best Facebook ads I've ever seen are like for $97 or $37. I'm going to teach you how to market your gym, your chiropractor, your this, your that, right? Well, ultimately, courses can do wonders because you can pay for the ad spend, and then you can upsell them into your services. And even if you don't, you can upsell them into your SaaS. So that is a great way to do it. We launched in-app upsells and one-click upsells and a new theme. We also launched community, so you can actually do all kinds of comments and chats back and forth in the lessons, so you can really bring people in. This is the most amazing part, I think, custom white label apps for learners. So this is, I have a course, now I have a mobile app so that people on the go can have this on their mobile phone, have an app on the home screen, pull it up. It's brandable, it's customizable, all for me or for any of my locations, any of my clients who have memberships. This is also available to them as well. Quizzes, it's pretty obvious, but quizzes are now in there, so you can ask questions and you can determine pass or fail and all
Is
that.
That live? Stuff. Is that live?
Heck yes, it's live. Yes, okay. Absolutely.
Awesome. We need that.
New membership theme. And then just stuff that's coming up. You can look at that later. Snapshots. The only thing I wanted to call out here is Social Planner is in Snapshot. So we have social posting. I was on a presentation recently and someone didn't realize we did social media posting. So we do that. Social media posts are now in Snapshot. So that's what this is all about. So that's really useful. We'll breeze through all that. Mobile app, the thing I wanted to cover, dark mode, inbound calling is live now on Android. It'll be it live on iOS here shortly. Basically, this is, I called the Twilio number or the LC phone number, and it actually rings natively on the phone. It's a voice over IP call. It's not being forwarded out. So it's a fully native inbound calling VoIP experience.
Oh, nice.
Some other small changes there. So white label apps. So this is really cool. So we have a white label mobile app, but what's even cooler is we're rolling out 24 color customization, font customization, menu reordering and adding. So you can actually add your own items to it, custom splash screen designs. So you can really even take the white label app experience as it is now and customize it even more. You can see all the customizations kind of laid out. You'll also be able to track your status with that. So you can see kind of, it's a real mobile app. So it's in the iOS market or Apple market and the Android market. So it tracks through the process with you. You'll have your own developer accounts. We push the code in, all that wonderful stuff. And then ongoing, you can continue to customize the app as you want. And then also share links so that you can make it easy, invite your clients to download it, get on it, because mobile app adoption really correlates well to lowering churn rates for clients. So check it out there if you're interested. WordPress went into general availability this quarter, which was amazing. We all have clients who currently run WordPress that we want to bring over. This makes it cheaper and easier. Also, if you run into clients in the wild who want SEO services, have existing websites on WordPress, again, super cheap and easy way for you to create revenue and stickiness. Hey, I'll move your website over. We have Google's level 1 caching, which no one else has currently outside of a couple other beta testers. Now that won't be forever, of course, but it is today. And that allows you to actually rank those sites higher by just simply moving them over to your hosting. And so that is available right now.
Yeah, because I haven't messed around with this. Is this just, you're basically saying it's just hosted through HighLevel?
Well, yeah, well, I mean, I hate to break it to anybody, but WordPress is like corn, right? Jim's corn and Bob's corn. But here's the difference with our corn. Our corn is half as expensive as everybody else's corn. It's a managed experience, so we're not monkeying around with servers and all this other stuff. So domain management's in-app. One-click migrations exist. You can easily take existing sites and move them over. We have pre-configured email. We have plugin management, theme management, user management, all inside the backend of HighLevel.
Oh, so it's in HighLevel.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Antivirus, backup and restore, all of that stuff is sitting inside HighLevel. So you don't even have to go to WordPress to do it. And the only thing we're launching for Q4 is FTP access but I mean, this is really for advanced users or people who are moving lots of sites over in bulk. It's a pretty advanced feature. So go check out that. Reputation management, you can read about it. Nothing too exciting there. Yes, nothing too exciting except the scan tool. So this is coming out this quarter. The scan tool is literally the ability to put in business information and get back this cool little nifty report. And this is only the beginning. We're going to expand this report out. Think about it as a sales tool. You want to take something to your client, show it to them, say, hey, look, here's where you're losing. Here's how we can help you. This will really make it a lot easier for us to get on the ball as far as helping you with, kind of a sales tool kind of thing. WhatsApp coming soon, Q4. I think this is going to be really massive. Quick word there. So I don't know if any of you heard about the Meta layoffs, but they laid off quite a few people. This will slow down this effort ever so slightly, but it will in the end still be really worth doing.
Yeah, I had somebody asking about that. So Q4 on that, right?
Yeah. So we have integrated with the direct Facebook API here, which is awesome. We actually have an account manager now at Meta on the developer side who's helping us with this. It's just to get the thumbs up from Facebook or Meta or whoever to basically go live with it is a huge deal over there right now. And so we're just navigating the political waters.
Right.
HIPAA, we've had this forever. There's some updates to make it easier. Check it out. Blogging, we have blogging. We launched it this year. We have a ton of stuff we've rolled out, a ton of stuff that's coming. The ability to auto share on social, RSS feeds, that kind of thing. That's really cool. Social Planner is crushing it. Well, this is the ability to post on social media. You can see all the great stats here. CSV import. So this is the ability to take a CSV file and literally, let's say you have 365 days of posts. You can upload it into a sub account. You can automatically schedule them out. And you can basically put social posting on autopilot. It's really cool.
Can you do video? Just
absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Like uploaded video.
It depends on like, obviously this is right. So the social media channel has to support it, and the thing that you're posting to, like I think like Facebook. I'm trying to remember, like the new page experience, I don't think will let you do video anymore or something. It's really weird. But anyways, as long as the channel supports it, we support it is really what the gist is there. You can see the roadmap here. So TikTok posting is up next. Instagram stories and reels, snapshots in the social planner are already live. So you can kind of go through here and look at all of that. Email marketing. So we did a ton here. Like we launched mobile compatibility on email. So you can actually literally say, I want this design for my email for desktop and this design for my email for mobile, which is huge. That's already live. All kinds of statistics going out, but the roadmap is cool. The A/B testing. So we're going to have A/B testing for for subject lines and for content. And that will be out this quarter. I've already seen designs. It's phenomenal. So that'll be really, really cool. Oh, here it is. Yeah, you can kind of get an idea of exactly what it's how it's going to look. Template library. This is huge. This is a brand new template library. It's in funnels, websites, social planners, and emails. It'll also get expanded eventually to lots of other categories, but the idea is really simple. We have, what is it? Whatever this adds up to be, it's like 900 some templates in there. So literally go in, you say, I want a new website from a template. You have a bunch of industry categories to choose from and a ton of templates in there. Super fast to get a website, a funnel, social media campaign, or an email campaign out for your clients. And then we are going to also expand this out so that you can actually customize what they see and what they don't see. Right now, it's not shown to clients at all. You'll be able to change that. And you'll also be able to even have your own custom version where you can say, this is like our templates, our categories, our content, and you can choose what's in there and what your clients can see.
Cool.
Payments and invoicing. We are adding two big things here. One is all the alternative payment methods, and you can look at all the statistics here. It's really great. But a couple things. Oh, sorry. So coupons. We launched coupons. So we have coupons in funnels, coupons in websites, coupons in order forms, essentially. So coupons are now live. So that's huge. Payments also, the big thing for this quarter is Stripe, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Affirm, Klarna, ACH, and bank redirects are all happening on Stripe this quarter. Those are almost done and live. And then we're also coming out with Authorize.net and NMI integration for anybody who doesn't like Stripe or can't use Stripe. So that's also slated for this quarter as well. Affiliate management software. We actually have affiliate management software now. This is incredible. If you haven't seen it, it is. I wish they had put some actual screenshots in here. Let's. Can you see
that live? Is that live also?
Heck yes, it's live. So if you go over to marketing, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So here's the affiliate manager. I don't know what, I must not be in the right account or whatever to make it look good. But as you can see, you can literally create full campaigns here. And just like you can in other affiliate management products, you can add affiliates, commission percentages, all that stuff, add affiliates in here, generate affiliate links, have them transact, do payouts, the whole 9 yards. It's a full affiliate management product.
Awesome.
Reporting. So we have this awesome roll-up reporting here. Let me see if I can show you what that looks like. So if we go in here, yeah, here we go. So this is roll-up reporting. I did a video on it, I think yesterday. Literally the ability to come in and sort all this stuff like by active users and emails and GMB messages and all of that. And you can then jump in and you can see reports of new user counts and contacts over time. And you can even compare against previous periods. You can look at outreach methodologies, see SMS, calls, Facebook, all this stuff. So lots and lots and lots of detailed stats about your sub accounts. Gives you a lot more management.
Now, can you like automate sending of those to clients or export them or anything?
Not yet. That is on the roadmap for this quarter.
Okay, sweet.
Let's see. Yeah, location reporting. That's exactly what this is. Eliza stuff. You can check that out. Our funnels have gotten a lot faster, although we have some more work to do there. Let's see. I think I got through. There we go. Done. Through the major items. Did it.
Woo. All right. Let's see. So,
questions.
I know you were only booked for 45 minutes, but you got a little bit of time.
Keep going. I can go through the hour.
Okay. And just so anybody knows, I've got an offer for you guys. Anybody who signs up through HighLevel from me, I will give you any of my snapshots. If you watched any of my YouTube videos and you've been wanting to get one of my snapshots, then if you purchase HighLevel through me, I'll give you one of my snapshots. So reach out to me and let me know if that's something you're interested in, and we'll get you set up. So let's go through the questions here. All right. Software as a service. We answered that one. No, let's see. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through here, Shaun.
You're fine.
Will the two-way sync apply to mobile too? I guess that's talking about maybe email.
Yes, because mobile on your mobile phone, your Gmail client, your Outlook client use the same database. So yes, absolutely.
Okay. Let's see. How to charge client for making SMS or phone calls?
Be on the SaaS plan. Check.
You need to be on SaaS plan to do that.
Yeah.
I thought y'all said something about SaaS is going to be available on the different levels.
Yeah. So we're going to bring SaaS down to the 297 with zero markup. So you'll see that later this quarter. We're working hard on that. So
what is that? What is the difference between the two?
You can make money on one and you can't make money on the other.
On the phone.
So let's say your client uses $100 worth of SMS charges, right? If you want to just pass along the $100 and make no money off that deal, you can do that on the 297. But if you want to make if you want to charge twice, instead of you make $100 and you're charging them $200, then you can absolutely do that.
Got it. Cool. Let's see. For 97, I'll show you. Okay. So this guy's asking, Harrison's asking, I don't do websites, I teach. How can I apply? So that would be memberships. I assume what he's asking is if he's just kind of he sells courses and
that's membership by definition.
Yep, exactly. So, and masterminds, I assume.
Sure. I mean, that's events, calendaring, scheduling, memberships, payments. We have invoicing. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So another person's asking reels and stories. I have a question about that. Will you need to pre-edit the video before adding it to HighLevel, or will HighLevel have like?
I have no idea. That's a good question. Okay. Ask Pooja.
Okay.
She'll know.
And I am really impressed that you can keep all this.
I'm certain that it'll work well. But I just chatted you her booking link there, Ron, so you can grab a call with her if you want to, or you can post that out to anybody else who wants to grab a call with her as well.
Cool. And I am very impressed that you're able to understand like all these new tools and be able to talk about them so well. So
yeah, well, I'm limited, but I'm doing my best. But the good news is, and this is actually the most important part. We have product managers who own every single one of these categories. And so as a result, they go deep on these things, right? Mm-hmm. So they know, I don't even know what a reel is. They know what they are and how they work and what they're supposed to do. And as importantly, they know what the competition looks like. They know what other products do and how they do them. Mm-hmm. And so when we never design in a vacuum, right? So first and foremost, we start the feature because we know it's important to you because you voted on the ideas list primarily. And then from there, we do our research. So we go out, we look at the world and we see what are other products doing today. And we make sure that we're either, if we're always feature complete in the sense that we might wholly miss a feature, but we're never going to put something out that's sort of like half baked that doesn't do whatever everybody else does. what we tend to do is again, it's a skateboard. You start with a skateboard and you build towards the race car by adding features, but we want each feature that we add to be complete to the extent that if you compare that to the market, you're going to see the same.
Yeah. And it's amazing how fast y'all come out with stuff. It really is. Here's another question. We still use WordPress for site builds. Is there a way to incorporate affiliate function into WordPress sites, even if it is just via form completions or appointment scheduling?
Absolutely. You can totally. So 2 things. One, that's a great question. So you'll be able to use the affiliate management on all sites by the end of this quarter. But today, if you had a form or an appointment schedule, those are both easily hostable in HighLevel. And so you can add the affiliate right onto that right now.
Okay. My question is about Stripe alternatives. Do we have documentation for the new partners?
It's authorized.net and NMI. And we chose them because they have the largest compatibility matrix with every other payment provider in the world, give or take, especially in the US. So like everyone I ever talked to says like, I have, Monkey Pay and I have Blue Pay and I have Triangle Pay and Upside Down Pay and Inside Out Pay. It's like a million of these stupid payment companies, right? They all work with authorized.net or NMI. And so and the whole goal here is it's seamless. So if you ever look at how these things work, what'll happen with these folks is they're compatible with the authorized.net gateway. So you'll go and get the authorized.net info, you'll slap it in. It's like a key, you hit save and boom, that'll be it. And on our side, and then everything else will just automatically flow. So just instead of running the charts through Stripe and getting that information back, we'll run it through, we run it through authorized.net, but authorized.net really in the back end is talking to Blue Pay or Monkey Pay or whatever it's called that you use and giving us the result back. But for us, it makes it easy because it's one thing to integrate with, and we get on the back end compatibility with a gajillion other payments resellers.
Got it. And here's one more. So you can now clone your website from WordPress, correct?
Not really. There's no such thing as a WordPress clone function because the problem is under the hood, the web runs on HTML and JavaScript, and all of that is custom per the builders that you use. And even within WordPress, if you use there's different like theme editors and all of that, they choose what their HTML looks like. So there's no magic like copy paste button. Can you inject raw HTML into our builder? Yes. Do you want to do that? No. What we're saying is we have WordPress hosting, which means you can literally say, instead of using GoDaddy or Bluehost or WP Engine or whatever, you can now use us instead. So it's literally saying, let's replace what you're already doing. Can you rebuild it in our builder? Yes. But the problem we ran into was you go to someone and they say, hey, I want my website to rank higher. The last thing they want to hear is, great, let's rebuild your website, right?
Right.
We want to say, oh, you do? Well, fantastic. Guess what? I have this magic hosting over here. And if you just move over to the magic hosting, it goes faster and you rank higher and it's done, right? And boom, you just picked up their website hosting and you're charging whatever, $50, $100 a month, I hope. And bam, now you're making a lot of money and it's super sticky because you have their website.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that is the last question. I got one for you. So what are you most excited about that's coming up with HighLevel or the future of HighLevel?
I mean, so I get this question a lot, and I think there's a ton of stuff, right? Like in so this quarter we have like the WhatsApp integration is amazing. The two-way email sync is amazing. I think all of that stuff is going to be rocking. And then in Q1, I was just looking, we're going to go into e-commerce. We're going to go into AI copywriting, domain management.
Oh, wow.
Domain management, probably webinar software. So there's lots of things that we are going to be continuing to pound out. So I love that we get to keep doing what we love to do, which is just rip through the features, right? But what's most important about all of this, and will never change, is it's not the feature, it's the model, right? So what I'm most excited about is the guy who walked up to me at our event in Dallas 2 weeks ago and said, hey, you don't know me, but I built a $10 million SaaS business off of your product, right? That's what I love. Hey, the number of people I have seen who have exited, who have sold, who have just made a great business for themselves, on and on and on and on it goes. The success that we're generating through the model, like, honestly, early on, I wasn't sure. I mean, I always knew SaaS was the right business. Heck, I'm in the SaaS business. But I originally remember I got this idea because I stole it from our best customers. And I'm religious about theft for our customers because I know that they have the greatest answers. And I saw a lot of people doing it. I'd get on calls. I'm like, what are you doing? And how's this working? And they're like, yeah, I'm taking HighLevel and I'm selling it every month under my brand to my customers. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's SaaS. And originally I wasn't sure, right? I thought maybe this is something that only like the pros can do or the experts can do, but we rolled it out because I believed in it. And we've done this now for over a year, and it's just obvious. It's so stupidly obvious. It's super simple. All these features will be bought by your customers from someone. If you do not sell it to them, I promise you someone will. So you can either wait for someone else to come along and take your business from you, or you can sell it to them instead and do a lot better job for them because you're not some software salesperson. You are an agency. You understand marketing. You understand strategy. You can provide them these other things they need that the software alone cannot provide.
Right.
But you can also provide them the software at the same time and make more money.
Yeah.
It's so obvious. So what I have learned, and not from myself, but simply from the success of our customer base, is you have to do this. And if you're not doing it, prepare for someone else to come in behind you, do it, and quite frankly, take your business from you.
Man, this has been awesome, dude. It's good to catch up with you again. And also just thank you for doing it. You've always been really generous with your time, your knowledge, and everything else.
Are you kidding me? I just, you're a great example of a success story. I mean, you're just some random dude I met in some random room in San Diego, California 5 years ago when we started our business. And here you are. And, I'll tell you, I used to get on phone calls with Ron, and I have to tell you, his background didn't used to look so pretty.
He's
my
got a
background
bed back here.
Yeah, that's right. He would have his sort of like his unkempt bed behind him. This background used to look better than his, and now look at him, right? Yeah. He's amazing. He's done so well. And you know what? It's about getting up every day, working hard, putting the nose to the grindstone, and then just consistently scaling his business. And I think he's a great example of that. And it's wonderful that we get a chance to be part of your success. I just love that. That you're still here, that you're still standing. This is exactly what I hoped for.
Yeah, man, it's been awesome. And y'all have been a huge part of it and will continue to be a huge part of it. So thank you for everything you do.
That question right there, is staging available in WP hosting? Yes, it is.
Nice.
So yeah, you automatically get a staging URL when you put the website up. So you don't have to cut over live. You can test it, make sure it's working and all that before you go.
Awesome. Any final words before we let you go?
No, I'm good to go. I'm going to go get some lunch.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much. And
thanks, everybody. Great to be here. I appreciate all of you showing up.
Yeah. See you, man. See everybody else. We'll see you next time. Bye.